Okay. Good boy. Mm. Do-do-do.
Let's see.
Good rising, Dick.
How you doing? I
Right.
don't know why my video ain't working for some reason.
Uh-oh. I hear you.
Nah, it just has. I'll just X out and I'll pop back in the call. You're on the call, aren't you? Or I'll
Yep.
just ring back into it.
Yep.
See what that does. All right.
Good rising, Rose.
Hello.
Today's gonna be.
Rising.
Oh, you're gonna love the title, right? Because I like leaving the ifs, ors, and buts out of the equation.
Wall there on that
There you
Kaio Shibi or whatever you were saying. The people left the group.
go. So I got a little segue here, and it's a woman confessing that feminism failed her.
Let's see.
And I thought that would be really great for you all to hear. If feminists,
How's it going, Chuck?
part of this thing about what's not needing men is the new science, Dick. because women can have their own egg.
No volume. Let's see.
Does anybody find that disturbing? First off, I mean, these real hardcore.
I can't hear any of it.
I can hear you. You hear me, Chuck?
Yeah.
All right. I can hear Dick. Dick, you can't hear me, Dick? Dick can't hear me.
Can you hear Dick?
I'm gonna X out and shut my phone off and restart it. I don't have any volume.
I can hear Dick, but he can't hear me.
I can hear Dick. I can hear you good.
This is locked up.
I can hear him too.
But before let's see what Dick does here. He's probably gonna come back in, reset his phone. So, Chuck and Rose and everyone can hear me. Today's title on my YouTube channel is Warning, Whistling Watcher Working While Watching Woke Women Waking, Whale Watching, Wailing War. I left the ifs, ands, ors, and buts out of the equation. So, men are expected to solve their own problems. How come women can't do that? Now, Rose, don't get mad at me because I already said you weren't part of this problem.
That's cool.
All jobs that men get involved in, for the most part, require them to like, love, respect themselves. Not really even think about this stuff. You know? They're working in the store trying to get a job done. They don't care about their appearances. They're in the sewer. You see what I'm saying? And they're in that job all day, every day by themselves. And that's a shit job.
Yep.
Does he like himself, respect himself? Working in the sewer?
I don't believe so.
What about electric linemen or loggers, farmers, fishermen? As far as I can tell, these people work alone. Most jobs for women are office related, group oriented, which means you're never the one solving the problem. It's a group effort. Right? Think about that. School settings, social services, politics, school, banks. You're in a group setting and you're working with a group. And it appears to me that that group is always working against the solo man. Always at war with the man. They got to tear the man down so they can build themselves up and feel good about themselves. How you feel about that, Chuck?
It's cut me deep.
So let's check this little bit out and then you tell me what you think, right? This woman is confessing that feminists have lost. Feminists have won the war, have won the fight. They won the fight, but they lost the war. They won the fight, to fight for equal rights, but they lost the war over controlling the man.
There I can. Too much shit going this morning. Trying to raise hell.
I was wondering about you.
Get it out in the open.
Yeah, this is a random woman confessing how feminism failed her, right? And so this is going to be very interesting for a lot of men, and maybe even women. It's like Rose, but Rose I don't see as part of the problem. I really don't. I don't see Rose as part of the problem. If you look at her wall, you don't see her as part of the problem. But the social conditioning, Dick, is farmers, ranchers, cattlemen, trash man, the electrician, the plumber, all your blue collar workers, right, Dick? Blue collar. Those are your blue collar men, right? Your blue collar men are trained Han Solo to walk alone, to deal with their shit, and solve their own problems. Right? You got to be your own problem solver because women ain't going to solve your problems for you.
Exactly.
Women create the problems. So let's back up just a minute. So most jobs for men outside of military, you're all by yourself. The door-to-door salesman, the traveling salesman, the guy in the sewer, the guy on the electric line, the farmer in the field, the plowman. All these guys work by themselves. And if there's a problem, they got to resolve it for themselves.
Or they got to have a group and they can band together who they can trust and
That's the whole point. And what I'm saying, you missed that part, so that's why I paused it. I wanted you to hear it.
yeah.
Men are conditioned to work solo. You can work solo. Chuck works solo. I'm working solo right now. I'm working the crowd for a reaction. Feed me, daddy.
Yeah.
So men are required to solve their own problems and walk solo. I'm being very simple right now. Women's jobs are stationary and they're also in a group setting: schools, social services, hospitals, banks, corporations, large corporations, real estate agents.
Assisted living.
Essentially, they can't solve their own problems because they're in a group setting. And because of the group setting, the group has to solve the problems. That's how you wind up with feminism, socialism, Marxism, capitalism. The group will solve your problems because the group doesn't think you're capable of solving your own problems. And they will take their solutions and try to feed them to you breakfast, lunch, and dinner. but the normal man's not down for any of it. And that's what they're going to find out right now through this clip and other stuff that's happening right now. These scenes, they're not going out to the clubs. All these bars and alcohol sales are way down, which is why they're going after cannabis right now, because alcohol sales are way down.
Oh, exactly. And now, you know, all the ladies that are on 6 medications that are telling you what to do and what you're doing wrong, you know,
Yeah.
they're decap, you know, they're just having issues. They're either having blood clots or Pfizer's not working out for them.
Right. So the headline this morning is warning: whistling watcher working while watching woken woke women waking whale watching wailing wars. I left ifs, ands, ors, and buts out of the equation, and today I stuck with the letter W because the devil is you. The other U is the W. The W is the UU. W. So let's listen to her, right? While she's
Okay.
talking and realize that she's her own worst enemy. Right? These women talking, the enemy is themselves. You're your own worst nightmare. The biggest problem with her is her. And think about this too while they're talking about it, Dick. Most women work for the government, right? And it was government that pushed propaganda that tricked women into going to work, and most women are working for the government. They don't work for men, they work for the system. That's I figured out, and it's very disturbing for me. It doesn't pertain to Rose. 60% of women are receiving welfare because they cannot sustain themselves without a man. They need welfare benefits, food stamps, free housing, public housing, Section 8, BRAP loans. They can't afford to house themselves without a working man. 60% of women are working for the system, providing benefits to the other 60%. 80% of women receiving benefit off of your tax dollars, man. Why do you want to feed them? They're not going to feed you.
And did you, there's like I seen one gal was cooking for her daughter or something, and her husband asked her, could you throw a couple pieces in there for me? And she's like, I'm not cooking your food. I never cook your food. And this, and this, and just like, man, punt, third down, punt. Should have punted on first down and never even gotten in that situation.
Right. I'm pretty sure if most men approach, I didn't approach relationships this way as a young man, but I am now. All relationships I look at as business relationships. Are they mutually beneficial? Does it work both ways? Is it all give or all take? Because if it's just you give, it's never going to work. If they're just taking from you all the time and offering nothing, giving nothing, then that's an abusive relationship.
Mm-hmm.
That woman that wouldn't cook for her man, she's abusive. She don't think she has to do anything but show up. Good day for just showing up. It's amazing. They think they get an A just for showing up.
Yeah, it was just then it reeled up on the clip a little bit later, and she's had another reel going. Well, he drained my bank account or our bank account, and and then I have to move out of the house. I had the children, and he's asked me to leave, so he was giving her the boot.
Some men are finding out to put their houses or property in their mother's name instead of their own.
You got to reverse.
This guy do that the other day. Guy and a woman were married 20 years. Comes home one day and he says, I want a divorce. Shows her DNA tests for his children, not his. She wants the house. And then he showed her the deed to the house. It's in his mama's name, so she can't get him for anything. And even Tom did the same thing with Giselle. All his assets are in his mama's name. So when he went to court, he was a broke welfare recipient. He didn't own anything. It's all in his mama's name. He's a mama's boy, Tom Brady. Oh my God. He's a hero and he's a mama's boy.
Tom Brady is
mama's boy.
Yes.
You know what I am? I'm daddy's boy. That's why I laugh my ass off. That's why I understand that 80% of men need spanking. And that's why 80% of women have daddy issues. No daddy in the home. They never got a spanking. That's a hand of love right there, right?
Yes, it is.
But there's no discipline in the homes. So you gotta walk around, look around, and think in the back of your head, 80% of people need a spanking. They need an attitude adjustment.
Or they just need the proper thing said to them as well. I mean, a lot of people just need to know what the fuck's what. They need to know, pull your fucking pants up. Don't be a jackass. You don't always got to get smacked for it, but
always.
But yeah,
Mommy's not raising them right.
Right.
I mean, my mom could look at me without raising a hand, and
you fucked up.
Oh yeah, and I'll tell you what, she had a friend that was as fragile and beautiful as anything, and if she looked at me the wrong way, it would crush me because I respected her. Yeah, it's pretty amazing what the power of.
So we're learning about the side effects of feminism. That's really what this is all about right now. We're seeing the long-term side effects of feminism right now. Women are finding out that they don't want to be independent, and they're figuring it out at 38.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
After 20 years of college and working for government, they decide they don't want to be the man anymore, and they're 38, and no man wants them. No man wants them because men marry to have children. At 38, what are the odds of you having a baby? Pretty low. Some women don't like what they say next, but it really, in some senses, it does make sense. Women are valuable when they're virgins. Huh? Do you like used tires? Would you buy used tires?
Fucking me, Pop.
No, you wouldn't. historically speaking, that's how it goes. Think about it. With the men, they desired virginity.
What is that mud flap on your tread down there?
They liked your tires to have tread on them. They didn't want them bald. They want traction.
The bad set of curtains.
So the chemical substances here are milk and wine. What happens to milk when it gets old? Curdles,
Spoiled.
spoils, turns to cheese, goes bad. The women are like milk. They curdle, they go bad over time. And men are like wine, you know? It ain't worth a fuck when it's fresh. Right? They got no assets, they got nothing, they got no knowledge, they got no experience. Fresh wine ain't worth a shit. But when it's a 50-year-old vintage, now they got vineyards, now they got houses, now they got cars and property and stuff. Oh my God, they're desirable. Now they're worth something. The man's not worth a fuck until he's 50. And you think about it, all these women got daddy issues. They don't like 18 to 35-year-old men. How come? No houses, no cars, no property, no money. Can't steal anything from them. Can't manipulate them. Pussy. They'll just go to the whorehouse. Like my friend,
Like
he'll tell you, man, it's cheaper to go to the whorehouse once a year than to get married. You want to get fucked? There you go. Go to Bunny Ranch. Once a year is cheaper than getting married. And you can write it off in your taxes as therapy. You all have to believe me. That's what he did and does every year. And he's like 60 now. Been working in the oil field 40 years. On the road. Always on the road. Lives in a fifth wheel camper that's brand new. Paid for. No payments. No electric. No nothing. His house is all solar. He's just on the road working wherever he wants because he's a contractor. That lifestyle would probably be right up your alley a little bit, I think, Dick. I bet
but
the appeal in some of it, though. I mean, I'm being on the road, and you're a contractor, and you're going all over the country for different jobs here, there, and everywhere. But I'm saying, as far as companionship, he didn't bother. He just went to the Bunny Ranch once a year and wrote it off in his taxes.
yeah,
Therapy.
I want to get out to Utah and or out there and do some of them, ride some of them trails out in the mountains and stuff.
You can
That's
make
what I want to do,
man. Riding your bike, you can get one of them. I was just seeing some new advanced technology for athletes. That's what do they call those cameras? They GoPros. They hold out in front of you. But now,
that's I get one of those.
But now it just came out. I saw it the other day. It's a GoPro visor, right? It's a visor built into your helmet, so you don't even have to hold it. It's right there in the visor, so they're seeing essentially through your eyes.
That's what I want to do, But you think about that, and I'm natural intelligence doing all my writing skills.
Right.
I shut my fucking phone off. Again, you don't shut it off, but I don't want it on because I don't want it picking all my sensing up.
Or distracting you with vibration while you're going around a corner or something.
Yeah, but I put it in my backpack in case I wipe out, and if I gotta get some help, I gotta try to call somebody, and tell them where I'm at, So that's why I like to ride my same routes, and that's the whole problem with the fucking DNR and all that shit, And I don't want to be on the road.
And when we're in school, they never really make you think about work and business at all. The high school, I can remember back to my high school year, and they asked me, "What do you want to do with your life?" Everybody gets asked that question at 15. But I remember I couldn't answer the question. I couldn't answer the question.
What did you want to do at 5?
I wanted to be Huckleberry Finn.
Okay. So what happened?
That's exactly what happened. Homelessness for me wasn't a punishment, it was an adventure. It's all mental.
Mhm.
Is it really a punishment being outside? If you think
Oh, it's a blessing.
right,
I mean,
and that's part of the problem. I spent more of my life outside than in.
yeah, you know, it's like any, if you can get in a comfortable state, you got to be right with, you got to be right with yourself for one, but you got to, if you got toxic women or
I've
things around your life,
I've
tough.
I left home at 15, and I've only had my own address for the last 10 years, which has been this place right here. I've been here
Yeah.
for the last 10 years. Most states I've ever been in my life. Most stationary too. It's maddening. At times, it's maddening because I spent a huge chunk of my life traveling, like Huckleberry Finn.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's essentially, at 15, they asked you, you didn't know what you wanted to do because at 5, you already had your kind of your sight set on what you're doing. And it's kind of the same with me as well, probably with Chuck. Is like, I knew I wanted to be a cowboy, and I got kicked a couple fucking times. So I wasn't going to fucking get kicked anymore. I was going to be the fucking rider. So I got on the fucking mini bikes and dirt bikes, and that's what I do.
I've done pretty much everything I wanted to do. That's the funny part. I got a little taste of everything. I sold
Yeah.
cars, I built houses, I sold houses. I didn't prostitute myself, but I sold prostitutes a couple times in my life. So, like, that was my mother. I mean, I sold her a couple times. That's just goddamn funny. Why is that funny? Because that bitch threw me in the trash can and she got what she deserved. I got a whole other different attitude about this thing because of one singular word, karma. I believe in karma. Oh, I do. I believe in karma with all my heart. I do. I showed Chuck the other day my picture in the negative. Remember, Chuck? And I showed you.
Yeah.
And I showed you on my right eye. Looks like a fucking claw.
Yep.
Like I was marked spiritually. Marked. It's the mark of Cain. I am marked by Cain. I have the mark of Cain. They can't see it because it's on the inside. But the science is this. It's not even crazy shit. It's just understanding I got 2 pineal glands. I got pineal, pituitary, 2 glands. Pituitary, pituitary. Your pituitary gland is attached to the house of Peta. See what I mean? The Catholic Church, Peter's chair.
Yeah, well, people eating tasty animals, isn't it?
Right. I remember when Peter was killed.
Oh, Peter.
Right. Apostle Peter. When Peter was killed, he was crucified upside down.
Yes.
Because he didn't want to be crucified in the same manner as Jesus. He was unbecoming, unbefitting. He wasn't worthy. But I got a different take on that. The hidden symbol.
That's the peace sign.
Right. No. This was Peter telling you that everything's backwards, upside down. That's why he requested to be executed upside down because the world's upside down.
But that's the symbolism of the the witch's crowfoot is upside down crucifix, and everybody thinks it's peace, but it's actually
War.
war.
And when you know that, and then you get into the history of this sign, right? Everybody knows this sign. The hippies know this sign. Popular people know this sign. It's just peace through victory. That's what it means. You can only have peace after we had victory, which is peace through war. War and peace.
Yeah, it's they use their language very carefully.
This one, this symbol, two fingers together.
I can see that video still up there, kind of screening a little bit. I'm not seeing you, Matt.
Yeah, I'll pull it. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I'll bring that video back in a second. This
There you
symbol.
go.
Oh. It's the animal control. Oh. Hi, dear. Yes, I saw a found ad for orange tabby male with white markings on his chest and white paws. His name's Shadow.
Oh.
My issue, like I said yesterday, is he's never been vaccinated. He's never been castrated or fixed. He was a born cat that was just handed to me. I'm looking. I have neighbors that can tell you. I mean, he's been missing from here on Center Street for about 4 months. He got out one day, and we've been looking for him. All my neighbors. I'm a homebound citizen. I don't have a car. I have a broken back. So he's more like a service animal for me, therapy. I thought he was dead, so I was very shocked to see. I thought he was gone. No one saw hide or hair of him for quite a minute. Okay. Okay. Sure. Okay. 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 I'll have to try to find some pictures. I mean, I don't have any like loose ones. I'll have to try. I got 4 different phones. I'll try to find some pictures of him. I might be able to. I'm not somebody that takes pictures of me and my cat like that. You know what I mean? Like, he's my boy. I mean, I never take pictures of him. I might be able to find some. I'll go looking. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
This is going to be awesome. We're going to find it. You're going to find this picture. You're going to be wearing like this Dickie sweater vest holding your cat.
Running my ass down there as soon as I goddamn find.
Yeah, that's awesome. Oh yeah, hopefully you can find one. And
They're being reasonable because the ad said that pictures are not proof of identification. That was what the poster said. But I told them my situation, and they said, "Well, you find a picture of them, we'll."
yeah, I mean, Pete, they want to place the cat back where it needs to be safely. You know,
Right.
that's good.
It is. It is. It's really good. So now I just got to find pictures of me and Taz.
Yeah, well, that'll give you. You'll run across some other ones you haven't seen in quite a while. Looking.
I'm pretty sure you got some, Matt. I've seen them. Well, at least on the videos or something.
Is it warming up today, Chuck?
It's the low 30s.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little nicer here today. It's not below 0.
Wow, I just found something I wrote 3 years ago, man. Right? I'm not dreaming, hearing weeping children at odds with how things are not even. You remember me after my leaving, resonating with tuned and tuned to a truth with the result of listening, including children. discussion. Take note, no nuclear fusion, no nuclear reactor, factor of the family, unclear how to react to me. I'm thinking that is pretty funny. Sick society, not me. Said it hands free, no degrees. I do not ride the brakes when I serve. Crash or burn, pedal to the floor. They cannot take me no more. Mother was a whore. Got no brakes. One bad accident's all it takes. Makes or breaks you. Most dreams do not come true. Let that cure like glue. Whatever you speak, it sticks to you. Now tell me what was not true. To your own self be true. Why would I lie to you when I'm you? What part of this is not true? What is done to me will be done to you. Is that a dream come true? That was 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I would
Kind
check-
of cool. to see- Wait,
It was great. Yeah.
It begins, ends with you. Don't focus on the past or the future. Focus on the middleman right now in the present. What can you do right now about the do? Nothing. Can't do anything about COVID. It's a bomb that's already been set off. It's on a digital fuse. It's a ticking time bomb. Can't do anything about it. No
but
one,
we need to.
no
But
one
they,
wants accountability.
yeah, now they're trying to get everybody to forgive them for what they've done.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know,
No.
we want to fucking. There's a reason why they want to get rid of the hemp, and that's because we were gonna use hemp rope to hang them.
Yeah.
They all need hung. Every fucking one of them, man.
Which is why they're wearing the necktie.
Yeah.
That's a political identifier for the people that need to be hung. The ones that wear a necktie for a living because they lie for a living.
Mhm.
Job, nothing personal.
I mean, that's just Masonic occult attire, you know, just like
Right, but
this.
but think back to World War II, right? They used the Jew stars to politically identify.
Yep.
So we can use COVID masks to politically identify subservient people,
Mhm.
submissives. The ones suffering from Stockholm syndrome or the sex slaves are also the mask wearing muggles. Think Harry Potter, the muggles, the ones without any magic.
Yeah, they have their mouth connected to their asshole. I mean, that's what it does. I mean, it just connects your mouth to your asshole. It's a fucking one-way valve.
And it's like when it comes to the mask, it's right there. They can't see how rebreathing their own shit is bad for them.
Exactly. It's their asshole.
It's right there in front of your fucking face, right? You spit out your mouth into the fucking mask and you breathe it back in. That's good for you? After 30 minutes, the mask is. You're breathing through a dirty mask all day long. That's healthy.
I mean, it's just bestiality is what it is. It's just bestiality, and that's what they're trying to get people to submit to bestiality.
Yeah.
Fucking beast system, ball games, man. They're fucking.
You go to Mexico to watch a woman fuck a donkey or a horse. It's disturbing. But people still watch that shit, even though it's disturbing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just disgusting.
Very disgusting.
Well, that's the beast system. That's they're just they think they're fucking gods, you know. I mean, they like to wear that mask for dominance, and when they can put a mask on people, you see how they act. You see how these cops act when they have a mask on because they feel that they don't have a face and they're just part of the fucking system.
Right.
And they'll do things that they wouldn't normally do consciously. because they're fucking being stupid.
And they don't know.
Yeah.
So they're just following the person to the left or right of them or conforming to social norms because, hey, that's what everybody else is doing. So I'll do it too. That's a great idea.
I mean, if you're a cop out there standing for good things, you don't need to cover your face. You don't need to be a pussy about it. I mean, I'm all for good authority. You know what I mean? But I don't need to cover my face to do it.
Do you know that anarchy means without rulers and without masters? You're your own ruler and you're your own master of the universe. People are afraid of the archons, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Archon, you also get anarchy, right? You get the anarchist. I realized that it was a child's sacred duty to rebel immoral authority.
Well, exactly in your own community. I mean, that's where you need to raise it up and raise Cain in your own community and just say, okay, fuckers, we've tried it your way. We've seen your trans faggot fucking flag shit going, and it ain't working. And we saw your vaccine protocols and your fucking new myocarditis centers going up, and your 15-minute cities getting built all around us.
And for the
And
heterosexual males out there that don't know how to speak for themselves, what you're witnessing is a failure in communication on a commercial level. Commercial level. Right?
yeah, we need affordable housing for all these freaking men and women. They're all just single entities out there.
Mm-hmm.
The licensed professionals cannot communicate anything at this point. You know what I mean? Like, no.
Oh man, they can't even hold a candle in the same fucking room as any of us.
No. And a lot of the stuff that I deal in, I feel like it only takes a couple of weeks. Not this whole 20 years education bullshit. The math, I can get it into a person's head in a couple of weeks and they can go try it along, have it in their head and it's there and it's a tool and it's you use it, you get better at it. Just like with anything. The more you do something, the better you get at it.
Yeah, exactly. It's just
it doesn't matter what it is. The more you use your brain, the more you get good at it, Because if you don't use your brain, then you're using somebody else's brain. Dependent on somebody else's brain. And with the majority, it's like they didn't even know the brain was a muscle that needed to be exercised.
Exactly.
So that's
they want you to be. They want you to.
When they come in with their brain cramps, their brain spasms, and they're flipping, flopping codfish, and they don't know which way to go. I tell them which way to go. You can run north, south of the borders, Canada, Mexico, down to Cuba, Uganda.
I got a poke.
Canada. I do not salute you. You're fucking unclaimed territory at this point. Did you know that, Dick? Canada's not even a country anymore. It's an unclaimed territory.
It's unbelievable.
We should claim it. Make it our own. Just like Trump said, let's make Canada the 51st state too.
Well, that's the whole mystery of Babylon, that's, already Crown ran and owned and won, and it just falls under whatever conformity people are willing to comply with, and that's what this whole mess is about. People just are so fucking deceived. They just go along with the parade.
So I came up with a better idea. I know what they wanted you to do. All right. I know what they want you to do. I know what their game is, right? I'm saying all this ahead of time on purpose. I know what you're playing for. I know what you want these good people in Parsons to fucking do. Join the union.
Exactly. I just got on a union page and fucking banged on it a little bit and said some good fun stuff and left a donut behind for them.
And I can only imagine, Dick, imagine being 70 years of age right now, right? Pretend you're 70.
Yeah.
You know, that's how old my daddy is, right?
Yeah. My father too. He's up there.
My daddy blow his brains out before me, and I'm right about anything, Dick King.
Yeah. It just sounds crazy talk to them because they're just programmed. They're down. They're vaccinated, boosted, and they're still following the science and they're still looking for Joe Biden. I don't know where he's at.
They're conditioned to keep their head down and stare at their feet and beat meat.
Yeah, no, and it's very true, and there's something to be said about that generation, man. They they were programmed to stay in that job and provide
And,
and
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 the things I'm saying, right?
yeah,
They're a result of watching you.
yeah. But,
Not
but the way,
just watching. But
but
everybody,
by watching your father and by watching my father and their careers, and you knew that wasn't your path. You were already Huck Finn because you're like you're not. I'm not going to go be a fucking logger and work in a paper mill. I don't want to be the best paper maker. I want to be the best paper writer. I want to write on that shit. I mean,
spit.
yeah. But your dad worked. I mean, he was the best of the best, and he showed you how to get it done. But they're like my dad. He did it a way different way. He worked in a factory his entire life, and when he retired, I said, "Hey, how do you feel?" Like I walked out of prison,
Right.
and I'm like in my back of my head, and it's like, "Why did you stay?" And I've never wanted to fucking stay in a situation where I felt like I was fucking working in a prison. So that's why I'm doing the shit that I do.
Right, exactly. No, my mom left at 4, and my dad worked 70 hours a week and didn't have time for his children.
Yeah, so hats off to him, man. He did the best he could under the circumstances
No,
and his programming.
But like you, I saw in my father that he was not happy. He's very angry, miserable.
Yeah.
Just like your dad, he felt like he got out of prison when he got done with the paper mill.
Yeah.
But see, for me, a lot of the companies I went to work for, like Ford, I worked for Ford, the company closed those doors. If they never closed their doors, I'd still be there. And we wouldn't even be having this conversation.
Yeah.
A lot of times, because of the recession that we're all in, we're in a recession, Dick, and they want to tell you economy's booming. It's not booming for like me and you. It's booming for the top 2,500, though.
Yeah.
But for me and you, the top 2,500 wealthiest people in the country. It's booming for them, but not for you and I. And the reason why is automation. They don't have to pay labor anymore. It's free. See, wealthy people believe that manual labor is free. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
If it's not free labor, then they want cheap labor or child labor or just slave labor. That's crazy. And that's what I say directly towards military aged men. Why serve something that's not going to service you?
I know.
That's a stupid question.
I've got my military friends that we agree to disagree. They spent their whole life fucking defending that shit, and it's hard for them to come home and look in the mirror and say, "Man, I just wiped out an entire fucking neighborhood for the wrong fucking reasons."
For food stamps.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You got to understand why a lot of these guys have PTSD the way they do, and why they are fucking homeless. Because they feel fucking worthless because they've been working for a worthless fucking corporation.
They don't even understand how fucking weak they are, Dick. They don't. They don't understand how weak they are. I do. You can't question orders. You follow them very well. Can't think for yourselves very well, but you repeat your masters very well. That makes you a dog.
Mm-hmm.
You have no right to autonomy. You're essentially a walking pincushion for the government, and they can stick you with whatever jab they want to. Part of your contract. Of course, they're not going to tell you that before you enlist.
Oh yeah, they again they shell shock them, right. That's right down the hallway when they're throwing the frickin' lie on them, and the bug killer, they're fucking just stabbing 4 or 5, 10 vaccines in them. Like, what was that? Well, you just shut the fuck up and don't ask questions.
So for me, this is like I'm challenging the Klan. You know,
Mm-hmm.
tribal right to rule. If they can't defy me, then they're subjugated by me. There's my logic. To me, it's a holy war. And my word is my sword. I want to see somebody disprove me during a live stream. I've been saying it for years, over a decade. No one does. Ever.
No.
Just
No, it's amazing. You know, I look at things too. I look at things very strategically, like you, and you know, this is a fucking game, and
yes,
we're in it to fucking win it.
You know what we're doing right now? We're playing duck hunt.
Mm-hmm.
The TIs became the ITs.
Oh yeah. You know, the guys that came out with the TI, the Texas Instruments, you know, the calculator.
Targeted individuals.
Yep. All those fuckers, you know, the IBMs and the Dells and the Cisco Yangs, those all that telemetry fucking data shit in all these hospitals and nursing homes that nobody really wants to fucking talk about.
Mm-mm.
You know, what are they putting in people? They're putting in fucking software. And, you know, the military, you know, like our military friends are fucking augmented so fiercely. They don't have a crown to understand the technicalities of what's coming out of our mouths, how this is being remoted around, you know.
Oh, Draco got banned from sharing messages for 3 days because I shared something in private to the groups and to peoples in private. They got me a ban. Now that's new.
Interesting.
I didn't even share it on my wall. I just shared it in Messenger.
Yeah. Well, and that's how they're going to really try to do all this bullshit with all, you know, they're saying, well, you're subscribed to Facebook and it's a corporate structured piece of shit CIA website. But I mean, it's, you know, you know what I'm saying. They're just going to use it as their legalese bullshit to fucking incriminate. And I just saw a guy getting fucking thrown in jail in Ireland for fucking being against the trans, and he wouldn't back down, and they threw him in life for prison for it, and he was a teacher.
Right.
Fuck that. And if those fucking Irishmen have any fucking balls, they need to go get him the fuck out of there.
Right. What the hell are you defending?
Yeah, you fucking defending them fucking cunts? It's like, wow. I mean, where's the fucking mob?
You should be going, what would Jesus say right now?
Well, exactly. Whose fucking table aren't you flipping today? I mean, I love flipping tables. I mean, it's one of my favorite fucking things to do.
turning tables.
Yeah, come in the room and just flip a fucking table and look for a response, and then just start talking, huh?
Exactly.
This is the way it's going to be.
It's the most. That's the most. It's the most entertaining thing an independent person can do.
Oh, exactly. I mean, I love coming into a room and talking this same language you and I are talking right now, and look at the fucking
Four-eyed expressions on their face because they don't comprehend anything.
yeah, yeah, and it's just like, man, it's like planting fucking daisies in front of them, watching them grow.
Germination causes
Yeah,
germination.
it's like, ooh, I just fucking planted a tulip in front of you. What did you think of that one? That was a truthful moment, wasn't it?
You can sit there and watch the bloom happen
Yeah,
because of
the
your
truth.
imagination.
Yeah. What did you think of that truthful moment? Woo.
We could call this cloud seeding.
Yeah, you'll never go back to where you thought you were at when you're done with us.
Mm-mm. Nope. That's the funny part about it because you were not in the know and they needed you to know nothing at all. So they told you nothing at all and they gave you theories, they gave you misinformation, disinformation, speculation, opinions, hyperboles,
And
metaphors for misinformation, disinformation, and propaganda. Propaganda is also commonly referred to or known as religion or dogma. Ever read Albert Pike, Morals and Dogma? I did.
yep.
I could read. Can you believe that?
Reading is fun.
You know? You ever read George Orwell's 1984?
I
Yeah.
had, but I know a lot about it.
You should check that one out. There's a great episode on. Do you remember Twilight Zone?
Yeah, yeah.
There's an episode of the Twilight Zone, black and white.
Black and white. I remember the black and whites, yeah.
Uh, it's called The Obsolete Man.
The obsolete man.
It's an episode of Twilight Zone, The Obsolete Man.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna write that down.
You should really check that out. It's just like a 20-minute little thing. But what's shown to you there 70 fucking years ago. You know what I mean? And this man's going to be recycled. We don't need librarians anymore. Everything's digital.
Yeah.
Very interesting stuff because that whole episode was about not needing a librarian.
That's amazing.
So I had a profound effect on me as a young person, that episode. Well, let me finish this. I want to watch these women complain about how feminism failed them. I don't know why I find that so interesting. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, it's just like these whatever fangirls just think their shit's great, and they're like all of a sudden they're just a freaking dried up raisin. It's like nothing. Nobody wants that shit.
No.
Nobody ever wanted it.
Right, and you look at there's a couple of guys that I'll point out, like Levi Nix or the What's Up guy. They don't want their wives to have careers outside of the home, which would be a business.
Okay, yeah.
See, their ideas are a little bit different than mine, but I'm trying to adapt some of how they say things. Men like you and I don't want our wives working for other than you or me. I don't want my wife working for another man.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, let me figure out in my head how I can incorporate her into the business or the jobs that I'm already doing. I'm my first employee in my business. I'm the first employee in my house. I'm the head of the house, therefore the first employee. Hello. Now I got so busy, I needed a helper. Like I said, relationships have to be looked at a lot like a business.
Yeah.
from my experience, the most successful relationships, the man and the woman are working together in some sort of enterprise. They're working together as a company, as a business. They're running a farm. They're running a game store or stuff, something. That's what I realized. They're not competing, you know, who's making the most money. It's not, it doesn't work that way. You know, they're not competing with the salary and paychecks and blah blah. I think naturally a natural man and an alpha man secure in himself really doesn't want his wife working for other than himself. I think a natural heterosexual male mostly should be striving to be their own boss, their own employer, have their own company and not be working for another company. I think that's the only way a person is going to get any kind of stability in this world at all.
It's the only way you're going to figure out how to question government and understand government doesn't even exist without banks and corporations, is because that's the fucking little bitches that are fucking every one of us over.
So part of what I do here, like I said, is psychology. I play scientist a lot, and I ask people,
Yeah.
to be scientists. You're your own scientist here. You're not doing their science. We're making our own science over here. You're the scientist. But with that attitude, I started realizing, well, Dick, if you're the scientist, then you're your own lawyer. You're the scientist and the lawyer. And I just started looking at all these positions as jobs, you know?
Mm-hmm.
People relate to their job as what they are. I'm a doctor. And that's all they know. I'm a lawyer. I'm my job. They have this I'm my job attitude.
I'm a quantum physicist. Just ask.
Right. But now it gets funny because if you ask a quantum physicist about the law, doesn't have a clue.
Mm-hmm.
You ask the lawyer about quantum physics, he doesn't know either. You ask the lawyer about being a banker, he don't have a clue. You ask the banker about a lawyer, he'll refer you to a lawyer. You see what I'm getting at?
Mm-hmm.
This compartmentalized attitude. Carpenters only talk to carpenters. Bankers talk to bankers. Lawyers only discuss things with lawyers.
Yep.
Sounds like a crazy conspiracy theory, Matthew.
Exactly. And yeah, exactly. Let's just, how about we know how it all fucking works and we do it all ourselves?
And that's what I'm getting at in this, really.
You know, if you want to get anything done right, you had to do it yourself. You knew that. You knew that at an early age.
Yeah, and this is really wowing me out. At 11 years of age, I was 97 percentile for English comprehension. The most terrifying thing for me at that point in time was public speaking. But here I sit, my own public speaker. That's a job. It's a title. It's a position I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm the speaker, the author, the composer, the backer, the buyer. Why not be my own banker? I do this little micro store over here, but I didn't really have cash. It was through trade that I built and acquired
Well, if your money's not in our bank, it can't grow with us.
Right.
Said the good Zionist.
Right. And I'm over here teaching people how to manage their own money.
Mm-hmm.
Money management. I mean, 25 years in sales and marketing. You take the salesman out of the equation and nothing is happening on a large scale. Yes, the carpenter still makes the houses, but how long before the company is out of business because the houses aren't selling? No one has time to sell them. They got time to build them, but after they build them, they're out of time, so they need someone else to sell them because they ain't got time to sell their own shit.
Mm-hmm.
So You can ultimately be every occupation. You're the architect, you're the engineer, you're the designer, the planner, the composer, the maestro, the conductor, the engineer, the mathematician, the statistician, and the politician. You could be any one of the good people persons in the union.
Which reminds me, I got to write a realtor a check because I had somebody do my leasing for me, and I'm happy for it, but I got to get them paid.
You see what I'm saying? No, you can do anything, but ultimately, you're like a child. You only want to do what you want to do. I mean, it's
Yeah,
how it works.
it's the way it should be. Why
So,
should you be forced to do? Why should you be forced to do anything? If you don't want to be.
right, right, right. If you think you're free, quit your job. Right? You don't have a job. You have a business to run, Dick. So you don't have a job to quit. It's like Chuck. You don't have a job. He's got a business to run. There's no
Yeah,
job.
and it goes up and down on the energy that I put into it, and it hasn't been a lot of energy going into it, but it's just the way the times are the times right now. But I'm happy it's fall. I got everything.
Get out. You get out of something what you put into something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've put into this many years. I took all my knowledge, and I looked at every company and what was good or bad about them, kept what I liked and threw away what I didn't. Now we're sitting here with this nugget. Worked for Ford, worked for Bank of America, worked for Halliburton, worked as a private contractor with the DOD, did HVAC work for the local. Sounds sexy, but really it's just HVAC work for the facilities.
Yeah.
But essentially, I haven't punched a clock in 20 years. I would never want to go back to that. Ever. Ever.
No, it's
My father did it for 40 years. That's part of why he wasn't happy, like your father. Punching a clock for 40 years. On the clock, on the job. So people that did that all their lives can't look at what I'm doing as work. They can't see this as work. What if this is software programming? I'm corrupting yours with mine.
mm-hmm. Oh, it's all programming. I mean, you literally have to look at it.
So,
I mean, we got to look at it from 2012 and really
like
they
this.
digitize us.
Oh yeah, no. This woman's coming out of the trance of feminism. So it's really interesting. 5 toxic things I did as a young feminist that I learned from.
Yeah. I gotta get rolling for a little bit here, Matt.
Hi, Deva. Kobe! Oh! They might mute the music. Pictures are enough, I suppose. I found a picture. Oh, man.